Hello and welcome to a game of Dota 2. You're watching Star Ladder Star Series. It is Season 7, Day 21 of the 30 days in the group stages. And we've got Empire and Duza gaming up against each other. Empire on the Dire side, Duza on the Radiant side. And we're gonna see one game between these two teams to see which of these two teams will take home the 1 point, actually 3 points that's up for grab. 1 win, 3 points. That's how it works. Both of these teams, by the way, sitting on 6 wins. Now, one of the biggest differences is that Duza actually has played already 13 out of the 15 games, and Empire only played 9, so we'll see if Duza gets to be in the top 4 as they are right now, which is very unlikely with 7 losses under their belt. Anyways, I am not by myself for this matchup. I am joined by 2 people once again. We have got Nahaz, who is our stats man. You will not see him nor hear him, but you'll see what he does. He'll be providing you with all the in-game stats that you always wanted to hear, but never knew that you, or wanted to see or read, but you never knew that you really wanted to read that until you actually read it. And the person that you will hear is my co-caster, Capitalist. Welcome back.
Ah, Cheever, I love being able to sleep in. I love not having to wake up early in the morning and be like, oh, I gotta cast Dota. It's exciting, but at the same time, I'm just like...
I have to say, like, sometimes when I cast Asian Dota, it's for me, it's earlier. I've casted games at 6 AM and at 4 AM. It's not the same thing for me. Like, I cast, from my point of view, less good in the morning than I do in the evening. So I have to say, like, I tip my hat. If I had a hat, I would tip it right now for you casting in the morning basically every single time that you cast, because you cast a lot with Toby. He's also in the morning, also European times. Kudos.
All the games. I think the only games that I have cast that are not in the morning are the ADL, the American Dota League games with AC. Those were the only games that were like in the afternoon for me. And that was really nice, but I've been asked to cast some Asian games too, and I'm just like, yeah, that just won't work. Like I can't be like screaming in my apartment at midnight. I don't think my neighbors will appreciate that.
Well, I once had a neighbor knocking on my door, well, ringing my doorbell actually, because you know, if it knocks, that doesn't really work. But ringing my doorbell because he thought there was domestic violence going on. That was really embarrassing. I was casting, but he didn't stop ringing, so I had to actually open the door during a cast. That was like a first for me because, you know, and you were casting and someone's ringing your doorbell. I got really pissed, so I opened the door really pissed. I was not very friendly. I did go back the next day though to apologize and to explain what I did, and he was very understanding then. But yeah.
Well, of course he's understanding to you.
Yeah.
You're a cute blonde girl. No, my neighbors would not be understanding to me. They'd be like, You do what? That's weird.
We're gonna call the police next time.
Exactly.
Empire Duza, I think a lot of people are looking forward to this game purely because I think from you know, results in the past, this could be a very even game, and it's been a while since no, it's not been a while since we had those. We had those yesterday, of course, a couple as well, but we need more of those because I feel like this week has just been a lack of even games, a lack of exciting even games. And Empire, they're doing really well. They've only lost 3 games thus far. They still have a chance to be in the top 4 because of that. They can't really afford to lose that many more games, so we'll see how they do here. They have played 9 games out of 15, and as I just said already, Duza not looking too hot, but they're still in the top 4 purely because they have already played 13 games, which is, by the way, the most games that any team in StarSeries have played thus far. Of course, 15 is the max games. And they go for something different. Look at that. We have a Shadow Demon. Nature's Prophet for Duza is very standard, but yeah.
That is a little bit interesting, and I'm interested to see why, if, like, the only real reason that you pick up, like, a Shadow Demon really early on, if it's not to counter something. Like, Shadow Demon's somewhat of a counter to Batrider, but I really don't feel that. There are plenty other supports that counter him just as well. The big thing is that you can disrupt either your ally or the Batrider when he blinks in and tries to stop and grab somebody and bring them out. But, you know, I feel there are other supports that are just as strong in other ways to counter the Batrider. But either way, Deuces wants the Shadow Demon to be able to put a stop to that, and they're going to go ahead and see some more bans out. Dragonite and Doom being taken away. Team Empire, they know Deuce's style. They have seen that Doombringer in action. And Weaver and Chen are being taken away. No surprise there. Weaver with the Naga Siren is a very, very common pickup. One, because Naga Siren is a really good support against Weaver as well, because the ensnare and being able to reveal for such a long time, but also the fact that you get some minus armor from that Naga Siren, which synergizes really well with the Weaver. So good ban out there. Earthshaker being picked up. I love Earthshaker. That is like my favorite hero right there. So I'm excited about this, but honestly, there's no real reason for it to be picked up in my mind. So Duza must be really focusing on just their own draft here and not necessarily Team Empire's first two pickups.
Yeah, Bedrider can fly over a Fissure. I mean, that's already that problem solved. Naga Siren, I guess perhaps you can lay down a Fissure after her song, but with the cast time that it has, it's not really going to be that effective. I mean, Empire will be able to run their plan before the Fissure actually hits, so it's not that big of an impact in terms of countering the Naga Siren. I like it though. I do like that Unstable, or not Unstable, I mean Duza is going again for something different. I mean, their Doom got banned out, their Dragonite got banned out. I mean, Empire definitely have, again, done their homework by banning out two of the heroes that we know that Duza likes to play a lot of. But with an Earthshaker Shadow Demon, I'm kind of curious to see what we're going to have here. Limbo, the heroes that he has played as carries are a couple of uncommon carries. We've had the Spirit Breaker played as a carry, we've had a couple of Tinies. I'm curious to see if we're going to see an uncommon one again. I'm hoping that we will. I continue saying this every time Duza plays, but I've just been liking their games. No matter if they win or lose, they deliver, they make their games entertaining. I guess the last time I said that was actually not true, because they ended up getting either stomped or they stomped. Let's see who they were up against. Oh, they got stomped last Wednesday by 4FC. Yeah, I remember. So, unfortunately, that was the last time. And they actually had a draft that they were very comfortable with. They did have the Doom at that point. They also had the Dragonite. Still ended up losing, so perhaps switching it up here again. Empire, though, going for the Naga Siren Jarrow combination, so you have got the song to set up for the cooldown. I like that carry, it works well together with the Naga, and just overall, Empire looking pretty solid with their draft. Looking pretty predictable with their draft, which might be something that Duza can use. But Duza, so far, I mean, they seem to have something in mind, but what it exactly is, I'm not quite sure just yet.
Yeah, I mean, right now Team Empire just has a pretty standard draft. All of those, standard carry, standard, offlaner, and standard support. There's nothing really special about their draft. While Duza a little bit more specialized, like Earthshaker being picked up, despite the fact that we don't have like heavy push picked up yet. They have a good, strong team fight team on Team Empire, but normally you don't pick up Earthshaker unless you have a very specific plan for him, whether that's blocking lanes and pulling creeps to ancients or something like that, or just going up against a really strong push strategy and trying to utilize him as a good, strong turtle support. Timbersaw is picked up by Duza Gaming. Very, very aggressive hero that's going to be do well versus some of these squishier heroes on Team Empire, but that being said, he falls off immediately once BKBs are picked up, and that's obviously a high priority pickup for Gyrocopter. So he's gonna have to get into this game early, and he's gonna definitely be mid here.
Yeah,
definitely
he has
be
to
mid. So.
And then MIB, of course, on the Nature's Prophet on the offlane. Only a carry left to pick up. Empire have picked up the Bounty Hunter, so Bedrider Bounty Hunter combination for pickups. And you've got a team fight combination, Naga Siren Gyrocopter. It's all very textbook from Empire. I do like it though. It does kind of mean that Bedrider will be in the mid lane up against that Timbersaw. It's not going to be the easiest lane for the Timbersaw. I think Bedrider will be having an okay time getting those last hits going, and of course stacking up those sticky napalm stacks. And they definitely still hurt Timbersaw quite a bit, and reactive armor won't really save you then.
Yeah, this Duza, looking at their draft, I would say they're going to pick up a hard carry next. When I'm looking at Team Empire, I see a lot of really good team fights, some good ganking potential with both the Bounty Hunter and the Batrider. There's no way that Duza can really stand up against that. I just don't feel that they can team fight up against that track, because even if they're trading kills, which they should be, Team Empire has a strong enough lineup that they can easily stand up and fight Duza, even if they go for some sort of aggressive carry here. It's they're still probably going to trade a lot of kills, and that's going to go to the advantage of Empire due to track, but they're still going to go for it here with Centaur War Runner picked up. and that's
Well,
definitely interesting.
yeah, I mean,
Put it that way.
we know that Limbo likes the more tanky carries. I mean, we mentioned that, and I was actually thinking perhaps there was still a chance for a Spirit Breaker, but I'm not disappointed to see a Centaur here. Last Centaur that I saw that I really did well, he was able to get a couple of hearts up, and with a couple, I mean 3, and then Assault Grass, and he was actually able to win the game in the end because they just couldn't kill him. And perhaps if he gets as fat as that one, he can actually do well. But he has to have such a good early game to be able to make it work for Duza here. If it works well. But I mean, I have to see it in action first. Otherwise, I cannot believe it might work. The last time was, by the way, that I saw that one. It was Godlike drafting that one for what was it? Tech Labs, a Tech Labs match. But we'll see how they do here. Empire, one more hero left to go and only 5 seconds left in their time.
Well, this is definitely going to be a very scary, aggressive tri-lane here, and this is a smart pickup by Team Empire. They needed a support. While this is actually going to hurt their tri-lane a lot, going up against Duza's very, very aggressive. This should be an aggressive try in my mind. The Earthshaker, Centaur, Shadow Demon. And it does look like that's what it's going to be. That's a very tough tri-lane to go up against, but going into the mid-game, again, those team fights, Centaur activates his ultimate, Silencer activates his.
Ooh.
And all of a sudden you have all these hasted heroes who actually can't follow up. Timberstomp, very, very susceptible to silences, or becomes pretty useless if his chakram is thrown out in the wrong spot and he's silenced. So it's going to be up to Duza just to get really, really aggressive, which we know they like to do. They have to win their lane early, and they have to win it hard. And is this actually just going to be a dual lane? Is it going to be just a dual lane, Furion jungle, Timbersaw bottom, and Centaur mid?
I don't think so. I wouldn't... Well, actually, Limbo is
He's
making
got a
his way to
bottom build on Centaur. Yeah, and we've got a bottle build
yeah,
up
and
on
it's
Centaur,
it's
so.
Legion that plays Centaur, so he is gonna go mid regardless. The question would be if Limbo is gonna not be top 4. If he is. Well, if it's gonna be a tri-lane. It's gonna be a dual lane. Shadow Demon? Earthshaker dual lane. Earthshaker gonna be farming? Is this a... Look at his build! I don't think he's gonna be farming.
Yeah, this is the really obnoxious,
He's gonna place a Fisher and... Yeah, the block, you mean, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I love watching Earthshaker. I just hate seeing him used as, I'm a hero who could block lanes. I just think he can be,
He can be
not
so much
a gimmicky
more.
hero. But yeah, exactly. He can be so much more, but you're just relegating him to some, you know, underused block hero. I don't know. Either way, though, this is actually going to give Shadow Demon a lot of early experience. And middle should go decently well for Centaur. He's going to be able to pick up a lot of CS, and he shouldn't really ever die to this lane. And bottom is going to go very, very well for Timberside. You've got the Furion, so this is a very greedy lineup, where I was expecting them to try and shut down the Gyrocopter with an aggressive try, leading with the Shadow Demon Disruption, and Centaur getting on top of him. Fisher, stun, and with the extra damage coming out from Shadow Demon's Soul Catcher and the high amount of damage coming out from Double Edge, you're guaranteeing yourself a kill. Like, guaranteed. There's no hero that can really stand up against that, even Naga Siren, who has a lot of health in the beginning. So, I was expecting that, but here this is a little bit more greedy laning phase for them, but they almost kind of need it. They kind of need it. They need an experience and gold advantage going into the mid game. That way they aren't just trading kills against this bounty hunter. They need to be winning heavily and continue to do so in order to end the game in time. Otherwise, these track kills are just going to come back to bite them. And this Gyrocopter is going to get an early BKB, and he's not going to take any damage from pretty much all of these heroes on Duza. Furion and Centaur is going to be able to do some decent auto attack later on, but it's just those two, really.
Yeah, and of course, well, to go over who's playing what, I mean, we already went over most of them as Unstable continues to clear out a nice patch of trees for him. We have Unstable playing the Earthshaker for Duza on the Radiant side. MIB the best, still making his way to top. So we might see the supports rotating bottom in the end still. It might be the best, of course, Nature's Prophet. We are going to see Capron picking up the haste rune first. He'll be playing the Shadow Demon and he'll be making his way bottom for now. So confusing us a bit. Or maybe he's just placing wards. That could be it as well, making his way top again. We have got Limbo playing the Timbersaw. He'll be on the bottom lane. Be that supported or not, we don't know just yet. Legion will be taking on the Centaur. He'll be in the mid. And perhaps Capron is just going to be in the mid harassing Scandal away so that Legion can get an early start. That could be an issue. Could be something that we might see him do. You want to introduce Empire?
Yep, over on the Empire side, we've got Scandal on the Batrider, Mag on that Bounty Hunter at bottom, Fly on Naga Siren, Vanscore on Silencer, and finally Silent is on that Gyrocopter. Already seeing pretty successful blocks. And with the Furion pickup, they're able to summon those trees, and Nature's Prophet actually doesn't have any problem dealing with the pushes. So the trade-off being here that the tower's actually not going to take a lot of damage, and eventually, once they get it on, they run out of mana on Earthshaker, and Nature's Prophet is sitting about level 4, level 5, they're going to be able to actually release all of these creeps, Nature's Call as well, twice, and you're just going to have this monstrous wave go forward and probably take the tier 1 tower. You do have Gyrocopter with his flat cannon who will be able to deal a little bit of damage to all of them, but they have no way of really clearing through these large creep waves.
And on top of that, Gyro is still level 1, and how is he going to get experience before the creeps reach his tower? So he doesn't have flat cannon specters yet. I'm thinking, by the way, that this is a tactical pause, because Fly Pause started pinging, they continue drawing on the mini-map and deciding how they're going to counter this, because they now know what's going on. Of course, one simple solution would be to fly Batrider over the trees. They can clear out the trees that way. But they need to do something, and they know that too. Actually, they're going to go right now. Do they have any tangles? In comes a snare. Tactical pause is at his best, really. Nature Prophet TPing himself out into safety will be just in time. I was never worried, really wasn't. In comes Vanscore and clearing the creep wave. Go. And I do believe that that perhaps is the result of a tactical pause. Should I be sad about that? Or is it just very clever? I don't know.
Yeah, it's clever. I was thinking the same thing with the way the Furion that was cutting down all of those trees, and it was just one tree all around. I was like, you know, you have one hero that eats through, and they're gonna get all of those creeps back. And now, because it isn't a gigantic wave and Furion's not with it, they're gonna be able to kill it before it does any real damage to the tower. So they've pretty much defeated that whole strategy. Fortunately, though, Earthshaker has a few more tricks up his sleeve. He's gonna go mid and block and pull to the Ancients now.
Yeah, that's all the Earthshaker can do. He's still level 1, of course. He did get a couple of levels, or a couple of points of experience. As indeed Creep Wave moves up. Oh, he can do so much with this Earthshaker. Oh, there we go. Well, that's free experience right there. We've got an Invis rune for Mag. He'll be using it to get some extra experience on the bottom lane. Mag, by the way, he's doing pretty nice on the bottom lane in terms of experience. He got level 3. He's got 5 last hits for 1, so compared to Limbo on his Timbersaw, who was 14 to 0, it's of course a bit less, but still doing fairly okay. And it's a solo lane, so that as long as Mag gets experience, he's gonna be happy with that. And Legion, in the meantime, 14 for 7, still supported by the Shadow Demon, while Scandal is forced to rotate into the jungle. He's level 2 still, and he hasn't been able to get a single last hit yet. Not one.
Yeah, Silent's actually doing a pretty good job at top recovering. The hard thing about that is when you get that giant creep wave, it goes into the tower, and that's obviously much harder to get all those last hits. But he still recovered pretty decently. He's sitting at 14 and 1 right now. And now, because of the fact that they're not taking the time to block a whole bunch, they're going to be able to pull the medium camp, and those supports are going to get in those extra levels they really, really need. It's really important to get Silencer to level 6, and same goes with Naga Siren. Neither one of them are incredibly good just without levels early on. They can't roam around and gank by the two of them, so they really need to get higher levels and start focusing more on the mid game, where the name of the game is just surviving. That's all it is.
Yeah, for Empire, I mean, so far so good, I'd say. They even almost got a first blood on the top lane earlier. We do have, of course, top lane completely abandoned at the moment. MIB went into the jungle, Capron following suit. And maybe they can try to make something happen on the Bounty Hunter. They do have the dust, and they actually pop it up on Mag. He gets slowed by it, of course. Let's see if they can actually catch him out, because I am quite doubtful about that. I mean, that dust will wear off soon enough, and Capron He can do some harassment here, but actually getting a kill is probably very unlikely. And indeed, Mag gets himself out. Trigger happy Dust there. I'm thinking he was maybe thinking that Limbo perhaps was closer, or Unstable was closer. They still go for a push. In the end, they have 4 people on the bottom lane going for a push for the tier 1 bottom, while Mag will hang around and get some experience. If they had a Dust now, it would be a lot different story, I think.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate because Dust just has such a long cooldown that when you fail it like that, it frees up Bounty Hunter to move around really, really early. If he wanted to, he could actually probably do some harassment with his double damage. But instead, they're just going to be able to take the tier 1 tower. Nagasarn comes in to try and help out, but honestly, they should just leave this alone. Timbersaw is about to be level 6, and you do not want to be near that fight.
Oh, apparently they do. In comes a Fisher.
No.
Silencer TPing, and Unstable will be the target first. He will be first blood. Max picks him up. Limbo not able to get something in return just yet, and now he does. Down goes the Silencer. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Tower will get denied still, though, so Empire gets out ahead for sure.
Well, that's going to happen when you completely whiff your Fisher, and all it succeeds in doing is actually blocking out the Timbersaw from getting to the Bounty Hunter in time. So, bit of a misplay there, but either way, they do get the tower even if it's denied. They just need to start taking more and more map control. And Timbersaw is now level 6, so he's actually very, very frightening. And if they try and gank him, chances are he's going to be able to get some sort of counter kill, especially with the Centaur ultimate being up. It's just so dangerous to try and gank a Timbersaw when you don't have any real hard disables yet.
Yeah, Centaur, indeed. I mean, he's almost level 6. It is still Scandal that's still forced to be in the jungle. He still only has 17 last hits. He's able to take some farm in the jungle, of course, which is great, but he just hasn't been able to get anything mid at all. And I have to say, I'm quite surprised that Scandal got caught out like that, or at least, oh, wait a second. The Prawn takes the regen rune just to harass it for now. Another Fisher that's too early, by the way. Fly still gets sprouted up. MIB, can he make something happen here? It's a level 5 Nagasarn. Oh, Flame Break up the high ground. Legion TPing mid straight away, realizing he might be in danger, and he was totally right. And now 4 in the mid lane again for Duza. So they are trying to make something happen here, of course. We know that they like their push to push the towers early. Not sure if it's gonna work out. In comes in a snare, Unstable, just sitting there AFK, not really realizing what's going on. Now lands a Fisher, tries to run himself away, and with the old hit, he is able to get away. Rampage, MVP, nice disruption, keeping the Centaur safe for now. Should be able to walk himself out. Still 3 stacks of sticky napalm. No return kill coming out for Empire, though. They lose their gyrocopter, and they don't get anything in return. Not even the Earthshaker, who was getting out on very low HP. He didn't even have boots.
Honestly, I'm not sure how Earthshaker survived, but he's able to live with like 20 health, and they get a kill on the gyrocopter, which is huge. There's no reason for Empire to be attempting to get these kills. They just need to sit in their lane and farm up. They don't have early aggressive supports. They don't have, you know, it's obvious that Duza just doesn't have, you know, any sort of late game planned. So as long as they just don't feed away kills, they're probably going to win this game.
Yeah, they were the ones to aggress on that mid lane. I think they just got a bit happy that maybe Centaur was still stuck on the high ground or something like that, or they were thinking he might be still in base, but he actually TP'd towards the tier 1, so was able to help out, use his ultimate of course as well, just got himself level 6. In the meantime, MIB might be getting ganked here. Mag showing himself, in comes a nice Fisher, helping out the Nature's Prophet. He still gets a track up though, Shurikotas hits as well as a flak cannon, and that's still gonna be a kill for the Gyrocopter. Silent getting that one out, and that means, oh, Legion looking for a stomp, misses it. Silence still running for his life, has got those face boots, but the slow from the chakram will still be there. Legion got face boots of his own, and they will try to catch him out. Can they actually do that? The track speed helps him out. That's Limbo giving him the track speed. Another chakram might be enough. In comes Mag, more tracks perhaps. Mag might be feeding himself though. Legion coming in again, looking for a Sprout, doesn't need it. Fisher helping out. That's gonna be a kill right there. Nature's Prophet getting the last hit. Bounty Hunter getting himself out of harm's way, as well as, of course, the Bear Rider. Nice pickup for Duza. They did chase him for a long time, though, and used all their heroes for it. But a kill's a kill, and again, shutting down the late game for Empire. Delaying it.
Yeah, that was, again, a lot of commitment there by Empire. Is it really necessary to be diving tier 2s this early on? At the very least, Bounty Hunter's getting big, though. He has 1,000 gold on top of his basic items. He actually picked up a bottle. And now he's going to be able to just move around and gank some of these low-level supports, because Earthshaker being used to block you don't get any experience off of that. And he doesn't have any real good disables. Fisher, by itself on a single target that's already on top of you, not gonna save you to keep him from chasing. So he's gonna be food for the most part. He just needs to stick around with the rest of his team and just follow them. In fact, they're gonna smoke up. See if they can get an early kill, probably loop around middle and pick out the Batrider, because unfortunately the gyrocopter is not top. But they don't know that. They're gonna try and see if they can find the gyro.
Perhaps
Maybe
even
they'll pick out the silencer.
Yeah, perhaps even a tower if they are lucky, if the lane gets pushed out. Nature's Prophet picking up a hand of minus in the meantime. That's gonna put him back on the map. Of course, also getting slowed down by that bottom lane in the end. The silencer hanging around. Ooh, that's a career right there. And Venscore realizing that something's wrong, and that means gank failed, smoke failed, no tower down, no kill done, and Duza backing off. Whoa, look at these stacks going on, by the way, in the jungle. Scandal having a fun time here. He's stacking two camps at once, and he is going to have a good time farming these. And it's not enough yet for his Blink Dagger, but it does put him back on track, I think. Slightly back on track, because he's already a bit delayed, of course.
Yeah, this should get him really, really close, which is important. He was actually doing this a lot during the laning phase. Instead of trying to stand up against the Centaur, because Centaur was just mass denying him, he just decided to pick up that extra golden experience by leaving once a minute to go stack the hard camps. So, pretty smart decision. That's going to put him really, really close. Unfortunately, Centaur already has his Blink Dagger, and now they're going to go around and just start killing everything. Nice ultimate going off as Silencer, but it doesn't matter. Mag is still going to be able to get away.
In comes Capron. They realize that they have the wrong one. Mag still getting a bit harassed from that Whirling Death, but in the end, it doesn't get the kill. Shadow Demon lives. Nice use of the ultimate. And indeed, as you said, Blink Dagger for Legion. That's going to have a big impact. That's going to make Duza's lineup a lot more aggressive than they were before. It's going to be their main source of initiation. I mean, Earthshaker can, of course, in theory, do that job. But he is so far behind right now that if he shows his face, Maga's gonna see him and think, hey, that's a free kill right there. Fun time. And, you know, that's a dead Earthshaker. Level 8 level 8 Bounty Hunter against level 4 Earthshaker is not really much of a competition, and I think that Mag is gonna find him again. And that's gonna be another free kill right there. No boots yet up for Unstable either. He might as well buy them before he dies. Come on.
Again, he just needs, he can't be solo farming. With Bounty Hunter is already looking around for easy kills. Like, the Furion is also another really easy kill for him to pick up, so they can't be separating themselves like this. They haven't gotten a kill yet with Centaur. They just need to, like, 5-man through middle. Well, Furion can split push, but the rest of them 4-man through middle. That way Earthshaker is actually being useful. If they try and stop him, that Fisher is actually going to be really good at helping out when Batrider blinks in, or helping the Centaur be able to initiate on a hero, something like that. But him feeding away, trying to pick up minimal amount of experience by jungling is just the wrong idea.
Yeah, they did of course take down a tier 1 in that time. Earthshaker wasn't there, but Nature's Prophet helped out. Nature's Prophet, who still, I mean, he has Animitis. He can't really split push yet, I think, especially not since, well, since Bounty Hunter is on the hunt, and he will indeed be able to kill him off, as you said. But they're doing a good job in trying to make things happen, trying to move around. We do have a lasso blink up though for Scandal. Limbo is gonna get taken down before his team reaches the area to help out. Nice. In comes a song. Capron and Unstable caught out of position. Also just TP'd in. Centaur, who still has a blink. In comes the ulti and Snare still up on Unstable. Nice Fisher. In the meantime, Capron's still alive for some reason. He will get picked off though, but I think he might be the only one. Yeah, there he goes. He gets tracked up, gets taken down. 4 stacks of Sticky Napalm. Legion actually blinks in, stomps. Global Silence still comes up, and that's gonna put Legion on the back foot. And Snare comes out as well. Legion surrounded by 5 enemy heroes, and the kill is there. Mag is dominating as he picks up the kill. Earthshaker able to get himself out, surprisingly so. He was just able to run away from that. But Legion jumping in was, I don't know what he was thinking actually. Maybe he had no vision that everybody of Empire was there.
Well, I mean, he would have been able to probably pick up both of those kills just because the splash from Double Edge would have hit both of them.
Yeah, without the Global Silence.
That was just a really good play there by Venscore, getting the immediate ultimate off before the second spell could go out.
Ooh, Limbo, he TP's in, he gets silence. Oh my god, that's gonna be another kill for Empire. A track kill at that. Legion comes in, but it's too late right now. Everybody of Empire backs off. Yeah, that was indeed a
This
TP feed.
is honestly, this is probably like Duza has to turn things on right now, but their centaur hasn't been involved, hasn't actually gotten a single kill. He's gotten one assist. But other than that, they haven't been making good use of him. And a lot of the reason is Empire's actually playing really smart, staying away from him for the most part, getting small ganks of their own. They're actually going to get a kill on Scandal.
They have to
But
keep this
it's
up.
small potatoes at this point.
Yeah, if they want to get back into this game, they have to continue getting the kills. Not rotate for nothing. Not, TP in when the entire enemy team is there and feed yourself, because that doesn't really work productively, I think. Maybe they can get themselves a tier 1 tower. It's the last tier 1 that's still standing on the side of Empire. At the same time, there are still tier 1 towers standing for Duza. The tier 1 mid and bottom are still standing. So, tower-wise, Duza is getting something, is getting maybe slightly ahead in terms of map control, but they're not really able to make use of that map control because of the Bounty Hunter. He is just getting too big. He's been involved in all 8 kills thus far. Hasn't died yet a single time. And is just, he's an off-lane bounty hunter. He is highest net worth on the map, even higher than the gyrocopter is. And in comes a TP, in comes a Blink Lasso. They want to take down Unstable, the one with the Fisher. They do get him first. Looking for the next target. They might be trying to TP out. There's the global silence. And interrupted for the TP. MIB will be going down. The rest of Duza. Are they going to try to fight? They are. Legion, double edge. He's already dead though. Standing in the cold. Limbo will be next. And the only one that lives thus far is the Shadow Demon, who was able to run himself back home. He was the only one making it out alive. 4 to 12. Starting at 4 to 8, ending at 4 to 12. 4 for 0 in favor of Empire. It's going from bad to worse for Duza at this point.
Yep, this just all comes down to that last pick, Empire grabbing the silencer. But even then, if they had just some other regular support instead of a silencer, while Duza would be doing better and they'd still be getting kills, again, they would be trading. They would still be trading, and that's the advantage of Empire with the track kills.
Yeah, they really want to take down Mac here. There comes a stomp. It actually doesn't hit anymore. He's summed up. Mac still ends up going down. Good pick off there. Shadow Demon with the last hit. Legion might be looking for more. His blink is up in a second again. Actually, he was walking through flames, so his blink is not up anymore, and that allows Empire to get himself away. They do get the Bounty Hunter, though, so that's a good thing. And they don't lose their tier 1 tower. That's also something that they can be happy about. As long as they have some form of map control, they can still be trying to create things all over the map. As why does someone get credited for a multi-kill when there is no multi-kill on the map? Is that a delayed multi-kill victory? I guess so. Has to be. Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're working towards Shadowblade on Nature's Prophet, and that'll help, but it's small consolation, because you're still going up against a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
So if he's able to catch you out, he's still going to get that kill. He still needs a lot more items before he can actually be a real part of this game. Just because his split push is so defeated by bounty hunter moving around, that he's not actually a very good force at being able to put pressure on Empire and force them to move. They see it as just an extra free kill. Again, this build, so many bounty hunters been doing it lately, but another Vlad's picked up by bounty hunter.
Yeah, Vlad said he is starting to build towards a BKB, so the one item that you would look for Nature's Prophet to be able to indeed split push by himself without a fear of Bounty Hunter killing him off is a Scythe of Ice. But if there's a BKB up on the Bounty Hunter, that is not going to be helping him be out anymore, and he'll be dead before the BKB runs out of the Bounty Hunter, before he can actually get himself away. So it's a tricky business. It's definitely a tricky business for Duza. We have a smoke up for Empire in the meantime, as they still try to fight to take those towers down. They do get the tier 1 bottom, which is a very important one to get control over the Radiant jungle, and even though they already had quite a bit of control over that one due to the warnings that they have placed, they definitely now have taken full control of that, and forcing Duza to still continue to move around as a group most of all, and just try to take action. And that's the thing that's hurting Duza most right now. They know they have to do stuff, they know they have to try and get kills, but since Empire knows that too, they are prepared and they are ready to fight. And at this point, they're of course they have outleveled and outfarmed Duza. I mean, they're 4k gold ahead, they're 6k, 7k experience ahead, and it's just real painful right now. Silent, he's sitting on 2500 gold. He's got drums and face boots, a typical build you would see for a gyrocopter that wants to fight early. He knew that he was gonna get forced to fight early, And it's paying off, and they're gonna try and trade perhaps towers. Tier 2 bottom will go down, but Duza will not be able to fight that, they know that, so they'll try to take a tier 2 of their own. Maybe 2 tier 2s. They just profit forcing out a TP on the top lane from Silent.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Ooh. Always want to fly. Global Silence is gonna save his life. He doesn't have a song just yet. Now he does, actually. Could try to use it. In comes a lasso. Up on Limbo. Limbo already brought down. Legion tries to get himself out. Naga Siren will still get picked up in the end. But Legion, can he actually get something done here? He doesn't have a blink. He tried to make something happen. He can blink again in a second. No, gets put on cooldown. He'll end up dropping here. And that's gonna be the first death here for Duza, but it's gonna be the most important one. Capron out of position, tried to help his carry, not gonna be able to do so. Actually, second death, I guess, because Limbo TP'd himself back after dying. He will be trying to go for Vanscore Silencer, has got that Earn Charge off, slowly healing him up. Here comes a Shaka, should still be granting a kill here. Whirling Death will pick it up. Unstable, still taking a bit of a hit here, but he'll live. But at least they get 3 kills in return for that. I even got the Bounty Hunter in the end, but Limbo was forced to buy back for that. And that puts him back in terms of items very far, because he's already very far behind. And Timber Saws, I mean, they just need a lot to get themselves, or keep themselves in the game.
Yeah, they have to win a lot more team fights like that in order to come back in the game. And I just don't see Empire giving them... Like, even if they are actually able to win all of these team fights in a row, I just don't see Empire allowing that to happen. Like, if they start losing team fights over and over, they just back up, focus on ganking heroes, and just farming. Furion with his Shadow Blade should be able to get out here with the extra movement speed away from Mag, so... Doesn't get picked off there, but they need to regroup. They need to regroup. They need to go at Empire again. The Silencer ultimate is on cooldown for another 45 seconds. That's a great opportunity for you to get aggressive.
Yeah, on the other side there is now a BKB up on the gyrocopter. So they might be forced to wait a little while longer. They of course haven't seen that yet, but the next time that Silent will be in a fight, I mean, it's going to be a surprise BKB perhaps for now, as he hasn't shown it just yet. And that might be killing off Duza altogether. They don't have that much leeway anymore to lose fights at this point. They have to either play even fights, I mean lose the same amount so that Empire can't actually get something in return for the fights that they get, or they have to win them. Losing fights is not really an option anymore, because the more fights Empire wins, the further they'll get ahead, and Duza will just have an even tougher time of getting back into this game, as that is the state of the game right now. They are behind, and they are forced to make something happen to get back into the game, because right now they are out of the game, if it's up to Empire, who is, by the way, taking that Roshan.
Yep, and that's going to be a huge boon to their team fight now, being able to grab the Aegis. Silent's going to be happy with that one. Now he can just charge in. Even if they jump in on him and actually are able to get the Centaur combo off before he pops his BKB, he'll get pretty low. He may even go down, but he'll come right back and probably win the team fight for him. Scandal right now, he's looking for a pickoff right next to the tier 1 tower. Unfortunately, Firefly's going to go down before he's able to jump. Again, the split push coming out, but also Empire being able to deny a lot of these towers.
That's a third
Those towers are
tower.
so key for Duza. Yeah.
Yeah, especially with a change that was done before TI3 actually, but you just get more for towers overall. A little more, but denying those towers is going to be all the more important because of that fact, of course. And Duza is a team that needs that advantage. They need that early tower gold, and they're just getting it denied. And 3 towers, it's amounting to a lot of gold. And well, they don't have track gold to get back into this one. I'm not quite sure why that guy keeps shouting people out. Oh well. Oh, Scandal, he finds himself Legion. The cooldown will be on the edge of Legion. He will get picked off very easily. Scandal with the last hit. Fisher came in too late. And without the Centaur, can they actually do this? There's a Blink Dagger up on the Earthshaker though, that might be a difference there. He's almost level 11, so almost got a level 2 Echo Slam. If he can get a good one off. And of course Fly has got some illusions. If he jumps himself inside illusions, that's gonna make a big difference. Oh, Limbo getting a snare, Global Silence, he can't Timber Chain himself away and will already be dead. Before a fight even happens, Tier 1 tower gets picked off and the support Capron, he runs for his life, but how fast can he actually run? I don't think he can run fast enough for this one. In comes the snare. Disruption will still try to delay the fight, but in comes a Blink Echo Slam, unstable with the Fisher! Oh, so close! Look at that, so close! If only they had a Timber Chain there, or something like that. or anything that did some damage, that would have been a double kill at least. Legion will get picked off again after just jumping in. Triple kill for Silent with that one. 4 dead on the side of Duza, and indeed, oh, that is another tier 2 tower down. I think Empire is just looking pretty fresh at the moment.
Yeah, that was their big play, is they waited around. I was wondering why they weren't just trying to run at Empire over and over again while they were waiting for that Blink Dagger, and that was their big play with it. Their first big play, and they actually wouldn't have... Oh, wow. Limbo getting very, very close, but still, even if he had gotten a lot of those kills, it would have been a trade.
Yeah.
It would have been a trade because of all the kills they got before that, and not an actual good pickup.
MIB still able to TP up, getting himself a Naga Siren kill. Silent still trying to get some revenge though. Lands a call down. In comes Capron. Demonic Purge. They might be getting Silent here. His BKB is still up, and of course he's still at Aegis, so he hasn't used his BKB just yet. He's still sitting on 10 seconds. They're not going to try to go again though, so his BKB will live to see another day. In comes Unstable. Finds himself a lasso. Gets tracked up. Killed off. Another sack of gold for Empire. They'll gladly take. No Blink Echo Slam for another 60 seconds though, so I mean that's okay. Oh, Capron, what you doing there, buddy? Try to go for a ward. He'll get killed off, or Legion jumps himself in, but has to. I'm not sure why he jumped in. He just goes down. Another track at it. Another 4 deaths on the side of Duza. And I mean, I said just now that they were gonna take a tier 2 tower, but this time they'll take it for real.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, and they may even go for
Radiant's middle tower
do a little
is
damage to a
falling.
tier 3 or something like that. Do they still have that Aegis? No, they don't.
Radiant's middle tower.
A lot of gold to be spent here on Gyrocopter, sitting at 4,600 in the bank. 2,000 on the Silencer after he just bought his 4 staff. What does Bounty Hunter have? He's got his BKP plus another 2,500 gold. This game's pretty out of control for out of Duza. Mech is going to be up soon on Naga Siren, who's farming out bottom.
Yeah, the split push off
Oh wow,
MIB.
even a BKB.
It's still I mean, he has picked up the tier 2 top in the previous fight, and on the one after that he was able to do some damage to the tier 2 bottom, but he still hasn't been able to really get that down. I mean, he's got an Orchid, but if he will find him, if Bounty Hunter finds him, Bounty Hunter will kill him. He has a BKB, he doesn't care about an Orchid, and it's not going to be a lot. Oh, Bounty Hunter. Sentry Ward goes down. Are they able to get him? No. Blink forward. It comes a stomp. Soul Catcher there as well. Can they actually take him down? They don't see him. Do they have any extra detection? Oh my god. Mag now gets a Demonic Purge. In comes the Ensnare. Global Silence going off as well. The song as well. Call down. Comes down to Capron. He's already dead. Legion tries to get himself out as Limbo also doing the same thing. Timber Chain off again in 2 seconds. It's going to be entire. Fisher might just have saved his life. Chakram slowing down Fly. Slowing down, but not enough. Ensnare. Enough. Legion with the stomp. Mag still chasing down. Here comes the Shuriken Toss. Slowing Limbo down slightly. Is there another stomp? No, that's a kill. Mag getting himself an extra kill. Legion realizing it's time to run. Blinks himself out, but it doesn't look to be enough. Unless Unstable saves him again with a Fisher. And there comes a stomp. Legion is there. It's the same thing over and over again. Those disables that Empire has is just too much. The movement is just there. In comes a lasso. There's no track up on MIB though, so they don't see him for now. And that means that MIB will actually live. There's a lot of lacking of vision here for both teams. But in the end, Empire, of course, I mean, they get themselves out ahead. The Gyrocopter now on top of the net worth, as he's sitting on 5,800 gold in his inventory next to his BKB that he, of course, used for the first time. Disruption there. I'm not sure how long it will save Capron. Not very long. Silent gets himself another kill. I just said he was sitting at 6,000 or 5,800. Now he's sitting on 6,800. That's another 1k gold added to the pack. Wow, that goes fast.
Yeah, maybe we'll see a real quick Divine picked up right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't actually put it past him. I mean, he can do it. There's, of course, no Aegis, so perhaps he finds it a bit too risky. But even if he does lose it, I mean, the only one that's really risky with an Aegis on the side of Duza is actually the Nature's Prophet. Of course, it's good on everybody, but Nature's Prophet is the only one that can actually hit fast enough for it to make a real big difference. And Nature's Prophet is actually not that survivable at all, as he is going to be tracked up and killed off. I believe that they do have a gem now. Yep, that's going to be MIB dead. Bounty Hunter, or Bat Rider with a gem, Bat Rider with a BKB, Bounty Hunter with a Desolator, Empire getting richer and richer by the second, and it's a butterfly for the Gyrocopter.
Did you see them like taunting Duza with the courier? Because that's the whole reason Furin was he attempted to courier snipe, and they found out, and that's why they surrounded him. And at the very end, they just like they bring the courier down from the cliff and kind of fly it around his head, like, oh, look what you were trying to get. It's right here, sucker.
In your face. Yeah, that's just painful. I mean, Empire right now, they're 20k gold ahead. They're almost 20k experience ahead, and I mean, they haven't been going high ground just yet, but I think they're gonna wait with the next Aegis. I mean, they've got all their new items up, but the next Aegis, they can probably go high ground, and I don't think that Duza will offer that much resistance. I mean, they'll try to split push a bit more. Their tier 2 tower on the bottom lane finally went down for Duza, so that helps. But I doubt it's gonna be enough. I don't know for real. We have 2.5 minutes before the Roshan is up though, so perhaps 2.5 minutes for Empire to farm, and of course for Duza to try and make things happen, because that's still needed for them. They can't be sitting ducks, they can't afford to be, they have to make things happen, they have to pick people off, and they have to try and maybe get Roshan for themselves, because without it, they don't have a chance for whatever. Oh, Capra, you're so dead. That's already gonna be one gone. Legion tried to blink himself in, but there comes the global silence. Track up, Stampede used. Legion really doesn't want to die right now. He runs for his life. It looks like it's gonna be successful. Mag still chasing him down. In comes Limbo though, and that should put Mag at least at a pause. Blink in, and the stun didn't actually hit. In comes the song. Well, that's gonna put an end to that one. Cooldown comes in. Legion goes down. Blink away from the Earthshaker. That's gonna be enough for him to stay alive for now, but I think that's actually gonna be it. Scandal. Lasso. Limbo. Limbo. You're dead too. Another track kill picked up for Empire. Maybe they don't even need Roshan. Oh no, nice! Nice Echo Slam! Down goes Mag! Down also goes unstable, but he is actually able to pick up one and force Empire away. The tier 3 tower still stands. MIB TPs himself in to get the Naga Siren, does go down for it. Not quite sure if that's really worth it. Capron tried to go for the Gyrocopter, can't really get it. Now gets chased down by Vanscore. I think he's actually gonna get this kill. Pipe up for Vanscore just in case, and that's gonna be one more hit. Boom, a kill. In comes Legion. He's able to get a kill in return, but in the end, 3 dead on Duza. 3 dead on Empire as well, though. I guess that's courtesy of Unstable's Earthshaker.
You know, this is one of those, like, Timbersaw should build Bloodstone this game, but when you're this far behind, it's just, it's becomes a pretty useless item very, very rapidly. He's already below his charges. When he just picked it up, he was at 8. Now, after getting that kill, he's up to 6. They're losing all these team fights unless they go on, like, a 15, 17, 18 killing spree. There's just no way that the Bloodstone is actually going to become useful. So, unfortunate, but to be honest, this game's already pretty well in the hands. What they really need is a really good Roshan fight where they're actually able to wipe Empire and steal Roshan, as well as the Aegis. Yeah. And then they need another good fight when they try and go up high ground. So,
yeah, it's pretty tough to do, especially considering that Empire's team fight is actually pretty good. They've got themselves a song, a global silence, a call down, and I mean, it's nice that you have an Echo Slam blinking in. That's all fine, and that does do a lot of damage. I mean, we did see that just now, and of course Legion blinking in with the stomp does a lot of damage as well, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. Legion, oh, he tried to timber chain himself away, but he gets dragged back instead, and dragged and killed. As a Roshan being taken down by Empire, no real chance for Duza to get themselves a piece of that action, and Legion, or Empire rather, looking for some more pickups. Capron trying to fly himself away, trying to run himself away. I'm not quite sure what Legion just did there, but he gets tracked up. Global Silence is there. Perhaps he tried to blink, but it got interrupted. 2 extra kills go in the way of Empire. Buyback for Legion Centaur. As we do have MIB still trying to get some split push going. It does help slow the game down, for sure, but it doesn't actually get anything else done apart from slowing the game down.
Yeah, that's actually really well put. That is all they're doing. It's not really any sort of offensive action. All it is slowing the game down. Empire going, oh, okay, I guess we have to go back and farm up that other lane.
Yep.
You know, they're just picking up more and more gold. Another 4650 on Gyrocopter after he already has the Butterfly and Helm of the Dominator, which he picked up. So, Blink Dagger's now up on Silencer. Interesting choice.
Super mobile.
I guess so. I mean, he already had the 4-staff. Like, you want an escape mechanism, silencer, and 9 times out of 10, it is that 4-staff.
Gives a bit of intellect.
Blink Dagger's an interesting choice,
Nice.
but let's face it, he could get anything he wants. He'll still win this game.
I think you might be right. We're passing the 25k gold advantage for Empire. Experience graph, same story. Not real surprise there. Looking at the levels, there's a level 19 gyrocopter there. And even though, I mean, MIB is still level 18, Hannah Midas, of course. Whoa! Rapier, but not in a gyrocopter. Rapier, Nature's Prophet. I did say that the Nature's Prophet was the only one that's gonna have any use of a potential Divine Rapier. Okay, Capron. He just got an aggressive 4-staff from the silencer, by the way. Actually, no, it wasn't a silencer. Maybe a teammate got... Oh no, it was Batrider. Thank you. Batrider was just killing off Capron. But yeah, there's a Divine Rapier on the Nature's Prophet. No big deal.
Is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Ooh.
Well,
We'll see what he can do here. He cannot save Limbo's life. Let's see if he can save Legion's life. No, he cannot save Legion's life because Legion is dead. MIB. Oh, there's a gem that he does not save. He's tracked up. They haven't seen his item yet, though, but he hasn't been able to hit that entire fight. I mean, that's quite a problem right there. You have to actually hit things if you want to make your rapier worth it. Down goes the Rex. In comes a song. Oh, MIB. They ping him. They realize. MIB, I think you're gonna be losing your rapier there. Boom. Picked up by the Naga 7. Always when it flies, got himself a divine rapier. Well, that's probably one of the richest supports that we've ever seen. Nice, blinking from Unsable Fisher. Too late for that one. The throne already goes down. The GG Cold. Empire wins themselves another game of Dota 2 in StarSeries Season 7 Day 21. It is 13-44. At the end of the day, I have to be. I didn't really pay not that much attention to the end score, like to the kill scores, but it's a lot less kills for Duza than I thought it was gonna be. They only got 13 kills.
Yeah, the Centaur especially. That's the biggest part. Is he was a part of 5 kills total, and that's not what you want to see from your mid player, no matter what hero it is. So, pretty disastrous game all around for Duza.
Yeah. I like the Divine Rapier. MIB, I mean, he tried.
Yeah.
Tried. Well, Unsable has a lot to learn from Puppy then. Puppy was 10-0 record on Earthshaker. Well, we are going to see another game of Dota 2. I think a game that a lot of people have been waiting for. It's going to be KP/Rattlesnake International taking on Power Rangers. I think a lot of people have high hopes for Power Rangers. I do want to put out there already that Power Rangers is kind of a hit or miss team. So... you know, be prepared. I'm all for Power Rangers and stuff, but I'm feeling that people might have pushed too much pressure on them. My precious Power Rangers! No, we'll see how they do. Stick around, we're gonna have another game in 5 minutes or so. Rattlesnake International taking on Power Rangers for StarLadder. I already said on the number, so StarLadder StarSeries will be back here in just a moment.